Walmart game started. I'll take this one.
Yeah, I can do the first one. How's my part?
The minimal amount of time to take a glimpse at a text message is 5 seconds, and that is equivalent to the amount of time it takes to travel a full football field going 55 miles per hour. According to the Federal Communication Commission, the dangers of distracted driving dated August 2nd, 2016, approximately 660 drivers are using cell phones or some sort of electronic device while driving all hours of the day. Texting and driving is an epidemic that plays Russian roulette with nearly all that crosses its path. In my speech, we will zoom over the statistics about texting and driving, halt at why people text and drive, and safely arrow through how to prevent behind the wheel. I just want you to think the next time that you want to answer that text, is it really worth your life? Ask yourself, have I ever drove and simply took my eyes off the road to look at my phone? According to iSpike, the 25 scariest things about texting and driving accident is written by Luke Emin, updated on 2016. Teenagers who text and drive, 94% of them are understood that death is a consequence of texting and driving, and only 35% admit to actually texting behind the wheel, which has resulted in 11 teenagers losing their lives daily. 10% of young American crashes actually admit to being distracted while driving, and many of those young adults in crashes would not admit to be texting and driving in fear of the consequences of their parents. According to the Federal Communications Commission's The Dangers of Distracted Driving, uploaded in August 2016, states that in 2014 that 3,179 people were killed from texting and driving, while 431,000 people were injured. Sending a text message while driving makes you 23 times more likely to wreck your vehicle. Dialing a phone number or talking on the phone also increases the chances by crashing 2.8%. You are 1.4 times likely to crash when reaching for some sort of device. Texting and driving also is 6 times worse than driving under the influence after 4 beers. When you text and drive, you're not only putting yourself in danger, but you're putting your passengers, your pedestrians, and all other drivers on the road in danger too. So why do people still text and drive? Many people feel that they can text and drive because they are doing it safely and cautiously. The National Highway Traffic and Safety Administration and the U.S. Department of Transportation stacks facts and statistics in distracted driving, which is an official U.S. government website for distracted driving, updated in 2016, says texting requires visual, manual, and cognitive attention, making it the longest eyes off the road driving distraction. Texting is not only the thing that takes the eyes off from the road, but so does also talking on your phone, eating or drinking, talking to passengers, reading a map, using your navigational system, watching a video, and searching for an item. 43% of young drivers admit to having seen their parents text while driving, so why wouldn't they want to? Drivers who text and drive spend 10% of their driving time outside of their lane. Some of these countless excuses include, it's okay as long as I keep a good distance between the next driver. It's okay to read a text while driving and only respond at the red light. It's okay to read, or the common excuse is holding the phone closer to the windshield and that makes it okay. Why not educate people on the consequences of texting and driving? According to the Texting and Driving Safety, the 4 reasons why you shouldn't text and drive, stated from the city of Bryan, Texas in February 2016, that teenagers are not the only ones who need to be educated about texting and driving. According to the sheriff of Antelope County, Bob Moore, on October 11, 2016, he had stated for the 7 years that he has been sheriff that he has dealt with multiple deaths from accidents involving texting and driving, but he cannot actually prove this. Actually, he said that a person can be cited for texting and driving, but it's only a secondary offense. Once they are pulled over as a primary offense, such as speeding, they could be ticketed also for texting and driving. Nebraska is actually pushing through the legislation laws to promote and mandate hands-free cell phone devices, and even insurance providers are mandating that also. Parents can suggest several different ways to avoid texting and driving. Parents need to place a clear set of rules while driving in the car, and these rules may be broken, such as a dash camera in their car, and the kids could be punished by taking their car away. Parents and children should actually pledge together that they will not text and drive. You need to lead an example for those around you and not text and drive. 40% of kids ages 12 to 17 have been in the car while the driver was texting. Putting your phone on airplane mode and not allowing phone calls, texts, emails to come through on your phone does not tempt you to actually look at your phone while you're driving. And simply turning off your phone will also do the trick. Texting and driving is something almost all Americans take part in, whether they admit it or not. We could stop many wrecks by simply being informed and being active and not texting behind the wheel. Today we've zoomed over the statistics about texting and driving, halted why people text and drive, and safely arrived at how to prevent distracted driving. All in all, no text is more important than your life.